Her friend sent me a TikTok she posted of me sleeping. Captioned, POV, settling until you can upgrade. I don't even have a TikTok account. I downloaded it and sent it to her entire family group chat as a holiday greeting. Her father replied, "This what you do to people who treat you right?" 94 missed calls since. Sometimes the most revealing moments in a relationship come when you least expect them, delivered to your inbox on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon. I'd been dating Lisa for just over a year. We met through mutual friends at a brewery opening. She was vivacious, quick-witted, and had this infectious laugh that made everyone around her smile. For me, it was almost immediate. By our third date, I was already imagining a future together. Lisa worked in marketing for a cosmetics company, constantly connected to social media as part of her job. I'd occasionally make appearances on her Instagram, usually candid shots of us hiking or at dinner. Nothing I objected to. I'm more private by nature. I have basic social media accounts but rarely post. TikTok was something I'd successfully avoided altogether, despite Lisa's repeated attempts to convert me. "You're missing out on an entire cultural phenomenon," she'd tease. I'd just shrug and say, "I'll survive somehow." Our relationship had been good. Not perfect, but whose is? We had the usual disagreements about time management. I'm a planner, she's spontaneous, and finances. I'm a saver, she enjoys retail therapy, but nothing major. I'd even started looking at rings, thinking about proposing around our upcoming anniversary. Then came the Tuesday. I was at my desk, working through a pile of spreadsheets for a client presentation, when a text from Jen popped up on my phone. Jen was one of Lisa's friends, someone I'd always gotten along with but wasn't particularly close to. "Hey Eric, not sure if I should send this, but I'd want to know if it were me. Lisa posted this yesterday and it's getting a lot of views. I don't think it's right." Attached was a TikTok link. I clicked it, somewhat confused since I didn't even have the app installed. My phone automatically opened a browser version of the video. There I was, asleep in my own bed, morning light filtering through my blinds. The camera panned from my sleeping form to Lisa making an exaggerated grimace, pointing back at me. Text overlay read, POV, settling until you can upgrade. The caption below. "Girls, sometimes you take what's available while waiting for what you deserve. Hashtag settling for now, hashtag where are all the good men, hashtag upgrade soon." The video had over 15,000 views. The comments were a mix of supportive, "you deserve better girl," messages, and the occasional, "this is kinda mean." I recognized several of Lisa's friends in the supportive comments, including people who had been friendly to my face at gatherings. I watched it 3 times, each viewing revealing new layers of humiliation. This wasn't just a private joke. This was Lisa publicly declaring that I was essentially a placeholder, someone she was tolerating until something better came along. All while I was asleep, vulnerable, in my own home. I texted Jen back, "Thanks for sending this. I had no idea." "I'm really sorry," she replied. "I just thought it was messed up. She's been posting stuff like this for a while, but this crossed a line." For a while, I scrolled through the comments again and noticed Lisa responding to someone. Not the first time I've shared the struggle, with a link to her profile. I didn't have a TikTok account, so I couldn't easily view her profile. I sat there for a moment, staring at my computer screen without really seeing it, trying to process this revelation. The woman I was considering proposing to was essentially using me as content for her social media, portraying our relationship as some kind of burden she was heroically enduring. I could have confronted her immediately. Could have called or texted, demanding explanations, but something held me back. I wanted to understand the full picture first. I downloaded TikTok, created an account, and searched for Lisa's profile. There it was. Nearly 20,000 followers, with a bio that read, "Documenting the journey to finding my worth." I scrolled through her videos, and my stomach sank further with each one. While not all were about me, there was a recurring theme. Her relationship with Mr. Good Enough for Now, apparently her nickname for me. Videos of me cooking dinner captioned, "At least he can cook, since he can't dress himself." Clips of me explaining something about my work, with a caption suggesting I was boring her to death. A video of me carefully wrapping her birthday present with, "It's cute how hard he tries," overlaid. Interspersed were videos of celebrity men and random attractive guys she'd spotted in public, with captions like, "Upgrade material" and "The goal." Hundreds of comments from women encouraging her, telling her to never settle, to keep looking for her king. All while I had been saving for a ring. The more I watched, the more a strange calm settled over me. This wasn't a momentary lapse in judgment or a single poor decision. This was a pattern, a deliberate choice to use our relationship, to use me, as content, as a stepping stone in her social media narrative. I closed the app and sat in silence for a while, contemplating my next steps. The relationship was clearly over. That wasn't even a question. But the manner of ending it? That required some thought. Lisa had made me unwittingly play a role in her public performance. Perhaps it was time for me to write my own scene. I knew that Lisa's family was fairly conservative and traditional. Her parents, particularly her father, had always been kind to me, treating me like a potential son-in-law rather than just their daughter's boyfriend. They weren't particularly tech-savvy, but did have a family group chat that included Lisa, her parents, her two brothers, and her grandmother. They primarily used it to coordinate family dinners and share holiday greetings. The timing was perfect. Thanksgiving was just 2 weeks away, and the family chat had been active with planning discussions. I took screenshots of the original TikTok, along with several others where she'd been particularly dismissive of me. I saved the video itself as well. Then I composed a simple message. "Good evening, everyone. I wanted to share something Lisa recently posted about our relationship. I thought you might be interested in seeing how she views someone she's been dating for over a year. Looking forward to Thanksgiving. Eric." I attached the video and screenshots, then hit send before I could second-guess myself. Then I blocked Lisa's number, turned off my phone, and went for a long walk. I needed the time to clear my head, to process the end of what I had thought was a relationship heading toward marriage. When I returned home and turned my phone back on, it exploded with notifications. 14 missed calls from Lisa. 28 text messages ranging from confused, "Why did you send that to my family?" to angry, "How dare you?" to pleading, "Please call me, I can explain." There were also messages from her brothers, both apologetic and clearly embarrassed by their sister's behavior, and one text from her father that simply read, "This what you do to people who treat you right? Your mother and I raised you better than this. We need to talk, young lady." Lisa's mother had sent me a separate message. "Eric, I don't even know what to say. This isn't how we raised her. I'm so sorry." I didn't respond to any of them. I turned my phone off again and slept surprisingly well for someone whose relationship had just imploded. The next morning, the missed call count had reached 47. By evening, 68. Lisa had begun calling from friends' phones when she realized I'd blocked her number. She'd shown up at my apartment twice, but I wasn't home. I decided to stay with a friend for a few days to avoid the inevitable confrontation while emotions were still raw. 3 days after sending the video to her family, I finally answered one of her calls. "Why would you do that to me?" she demanded, her voice a mix of anger and tears. "Do you know how humiliated I am? My dad won't even speak to me now." "Why would I do that to you?" I repeated, keeping my voice calm. "Lisa, you recorded me sleeping in my own bed and posted it online for thousands of strangers to see, telling them I was someone you were settling for. What exactly did you expect? It was just content. It's not that serious. Everyone does it. Everyone records their partners without consent and publicly demeans them. You're taking it too literally. It's just TikTok humor. My followers know it's partly an act. But I didn't know it was an act because you never told me I was being featured on your account. You never asked for my permission, and from what I saw scrolling through your videos, it didn't seem like much of an act at all." She switched tactics. "I'm sorry if you were hurt. That wasn't my intention, but sending it to my entire family, that was deliberately trying to hurt me." "Maybe," I acknowledged. "Or maybe I just thought they deserved to see who you really are when you think no one's watching. The same courtesy you didn't extend to me." "So what now?" she asked after a long pause. "Now nothing. We're done, Lisa. I was looking at engagement rings last month, and you were telling the internet I was your placeholder until someone better came along. There's no coming back from that. She started crying then, real tears from the sound of it. I didn't mean it like that. I love you. The TikTok stuff, it's just content. It's not real. The problem is, our relationship wasn't real to you either. It was just material. I was just material. I ended the call while she was still protesting. By Thanksgiving, the missed call count had reached 94, spread across her number, friends' phones, even a couple of calls from a business line I didn't recognize. I spent Thanksgiving with my family, deliberately keeping my phone off for most of the day. When I finally checked it that evening, there was a single text from Lisa's father. Lisa won't be joining us for dinner today. Her mother and I made it clear that until she sincerely apologizes to you and takes accountability for her actions, she needs to reflect on her choices. We didn't raise her to treat people this way. For what it's worth, we always thought you were good for her. Clearly, she didn't deserve you. Happy Thanksgiving, son. That text hit me harder than I expected. I'd always liked Lisa's parents, had genuinely enjoyed the family dinners and holiday gatherings with them. In some ways, I was losing them in this breakup too. It's been 3 weeks now. Lisa has finally stopped calling, though I still get the occasional text pleading for another chance. According to mutual friends, she's posted several tearful apology videos on TikTok, claiming to have learned a valuable lesson about privacy and respect. Her follower count has actually increased. Apparently, nothing drives engagement like relationship drama. I've moved on as best I can. Returned the ring I was considering and put the money toward a solo trip to Peru I've always wanted to take. Started therapy to process the relationship and my own role in it. Why didn't I notice the signs earlier? Was I so invested in the idea of us that I missed who she really was? The hardest part wasn't even the public humiliation. It was realizing that while I was planning a future, she was planning content. While I was falling in love, she was crafting a narrative where I was just a stepping stone to something better. As for TikTok, I deleted the account I created to view her videos. Some cultural phenomena I'm still happy to miss out on. Edit. A lot of you are asking if I feel bad about ruining her relationship with her family. I don't. I didn't force her to record me without consent. I didn't force her to post demeaning content about our relationship. I simply showed her family what she was already showing thousands of strangers. If that damaged their relationship, that's on her, not me. Edit 2. To clarify on the legality question some have raised, yes, recording someone sleeping without their consent and posting it publicly can indeed be illegal in many places. I consulted with a lawyer friend who confirmed this violates both privacy laws and potentially platform terms of service. I chose not to pursue legal action because, frankly, I just wanted to move on. Edit 3. For those saying you should have talked to her first. What exactly was there to talk about? Hey, I noticed you've been creating content for months, portraying me as someone you're settling for. Can we discuss that? The relationship was already over the moment I saw that video. The only question was how to end it. Edit 4. Update. It's been 2 months now. Yesterday, I ran into Lisa's mother at the grocery store. She hugged me and said Lisa's finally started therapy to work through her need for validation from strangers. Apparently, the TikTok incident was just the most visible symptom of deeper issues. Sometimes the most painful endings lead to necessary beginnings for everyone involved.